Welcome back, folks. If you love rare, exotic, and forgotten automotive legends, you're in the right place. Get ready to dive into a world of obscure automotive treasures, where engineering marvels and design quirks collide. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our deep dives into the most fascinating cars on the planet. Now let's uncover these hidden gems. Alright, we're starting this list with a car that's absolutely nuts. The Cizeta Marauder V16T. You might be thinking, Cizeta who? Moroder what? And that's exactly why this car deserves to be on this list. It's not a V8, not a V12, it's a V16. Yes, you heard that right, 16 cylinders arranged in a glorious V formation. This 6-liter monster churned out a monstrous 540 horsepower back in 1988, which was basically unheard of at the time. This car was designed by ex-Lamborghini engineers, so you know it had to be extreme. It's like a Lamborghini Diablo's cooler older brother. Sadly, only a handful of these automotive unicorns were ever built, making it one of the rarest supercars ever. Next up, we're traveling back to the 1960s, a golden era for both Italian design and American muscle. And what happens when you combine those two? You get the Iso Grifo, a car that perfectly blends European elegance with raw, tire-shredding power. Now, the Iso Grifo might look like it belongs in a Fellini film, all sleek and stylish with those beautiful curves, but under the hood lies a secret, a thumping American V8. That's right, Iso decided to ditch the traditional Italian V12S and go for something with a bit more oomph. And we're not talking about just any V8. We're talking about a Chevy small block V8. These engines were legendary for their power and reliability. Thanks to its lightweight construction and sharp handling, this grand tourer could carve up corners with the best of them. But for those who know, it remains an icon, a symbol of what happens when two automotive giants collide. Okay, if you thought the first two cars were extreme, hold on tight because we're about to enter a whole new level of insanity. I'm talking about the TVR Cerbera Speed 12. A car so wild, so ridiculously powerful that TVR themselves thought it was too dangerous for public roads. This thing was built with one goal in mind, to be the most extreme road car ever. Underneath that long, sleek hood lies a 7.7-liter V12 engine that's basically two TVR inline-6 engines welded together. And how much power did this monster produce? Try over 800 horsepower. To put that into perspective, that's more than most hypercars today. However, the test drives were so terrifying, with the car trying to kill its drivers at every corner, that TVR's CEO decided it was simply too dangerous to sell to the public. Only one real example is known to exist, making it one of the rarest and most valuable cars ever built. Alright, let's take a break from the supercar insanity for a minute and talk about something a little different, the Mazda AutoZam AZ1. Now, you might be wondering why a tiny K car is on this list. Well, for starters, look at it. It's got gull-wing doors. Gull-wing doors on a car that's barely bigger than a shoebox. You gotta love the Japanese for their quirky car designs. Underneath that pint-sized exterior beats the heart of a mini supercar. It's powered by a mid-mounted turbocharged 3-cylinder engine, which might not sound like much, but remember, this thing weighs next to nothing. And because it's so small and light, the AZ1 is an absolute blast to drive. The Mazda AutoZam AZ1 is proof that you don't need a massive engine and $1 million price tag to have fun behind the wheel. Okay, let's shift gears again and talk about a car that's all about luxury, performance, and a little bit of aviation-inspired coolness, the Spyker C8. This Dutch masterpiece is a rare sight on the roads, and for good reason. It's hand-built and ultra-exclusive. Now, Spyker might not be a household name like Ferrari or Lamborghini, but they've been building incredible machines for over a century, and the C8 is arguably their crowning achievement. One look at the Spyker C8 and you'll be blown away by its design. The first thing you'll notice is the exposed gear linkage, which looks like it belongs in a vintage aircraft. Power comes from a mid-mounted Audi V8 engine that pumps out over 400 horsepower, enough to propel this Dutch beauty to a top speed of over 185 miles per hour. Sadly, with fewer than 300 units ever produced, the Spyker C8 remains a rare and elusive beast. Let's head over to Switzerland for our next hidden gem, a car that you probably never knew existed, the Monteverdi High 450 SS. Now, Switzerland isn't exactly known for its supercars, but back in the 1970s, Peter Monteverdi, a Swiss car enthusiast, decided to change that. The Monteverdi High 450 SS was his vision for a powerful and stylish supercar that could rival the best from Italy and Germany. And under the hood, It packed a serious punch, a massive 7-liter Chrysler Hemi V8 engine. That's right, this Swiss supercar was powered by American muscle, and it produced a whopping 450 horsepower, hence the name 450SS. Only 2 prototypes were ever built, and the company faced financial difficulties, preventing it from going into full production. Today, the Monteverdi High 450 SS remains one of the rarest and most forgotten supercars in history. From Switzerland, we travel to Belgium, home to the Gearhead Vertigo, a car that embodies the philosophy of less is more. Now, when it comes to performance cars, weight is the enemy. The lighter the car, the faster it accelerates, the better it handles, and the more fun it is to drive. And the Gearhead Vertigo takes this philosophy to the extreme. This Belgian beauty weighs in at a featherlight 990 pounds. That's less than half the weight of most modern sports cars. Power comes from either a Maserati or Alfa Romeo 5.6 engine, mounted in the middle of the car for optimal weight distribution. Despite its insane performance and striking looks, the Gearhead Vertigo remains criminally underrated. Now let's head back to the United States for a car that's often overshadowed by its more famous counterparts, the Vector W8. Long before Tesla and the Ford GT, the Vector W8 was America's answer to the European supercar elite. This beast was built in the late 1980s and early 1990s, and it was unlike anything else on the road. The Vector W8 looked like it was ripped straight out of a science fiction film, with its sharp angles, wedge-shaped design, and an interior that resembled a fighter jet cockpit. Powering this beast was a twin-turbocharged V8 engine that produced a mind-blowing 625 horsepower, allowing the W8 to achieve a top speed of 242 miles per hour. Sadly, despite its impressive performance and futuristic design, the Vector W8 was plagued by production issues and financial difficulties. Today, the Vector W8 is a rare and sought-after collector's item, a reminder of a time when American supercars weren't afraid to push the boundaries of performance and design. For our next hidden gem, we're going to take a look at a car that beautifully blends vintage design with modern performance, the De Tomaso P72. This stunning machine is a tribute to the legendary De Tomaso P70 race car from the 1960s, and it captures the essence of that era's design language while incorporating cutting-edge technology. The first thing you'll notice about the De Tomaso P72 is its absolutely gorgeous exterior. It's a masterpiece of curves and flowing lines with a long hood, a short rear deck, and a cockpit that's set far back on the chassis. Power comes from a Ford-based supercharged V8 engine that's mated to a 6-speed manual transmission. Yes, you heard that right, a manual transmission in a world increasingly dominated by automatics. With only 72 units planned for production, the De Tomaso P72 is an ultra-exclusive machine that's sure to become a collector's item. It's a car that celebrates the golden age of motorsport while embracing the performance potential of modern technology. And for our final hidden gem, we're going to talk about a car that's a true legend in the world of rallying, the Lancia Delta S4 Stradale. This beast was born out of Lancia's dominance in the World Rally Championships Group B era, a time when cars were pushed to their absolute limits and drivers were considered daredevils. The Lancia Delta S4 Stradale was essentially a Group B rally car that was made street legal, and it was absolutely bonkers. Under the hood, it packed a 1.8-liter engine that was both supercharged and turbocharged. That's right, both. This insane combination resulted in a car that produced over 500 horsepower in race trim. Only 200 examples of this rally legend were ever built, making it one of the most sought-after and valuable cars in the world. It's a car that represents a time when rallying was at its most extreme, and it's a reminder that Lancia was once one of the most innovative and successful motorsport manufacturers in the world. From the V16 symphony of the Cizeta Moroder to the rally-bred excitement of the Lancia Delta S4 Stradale, these cars remind us that automotive passion can come in the most unexpected forms. Which one surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you loved this list, check out our other videos on Detroit Motor Marvels. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another deep dive into the world's most incredible cars. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.